Hey there, YouTube. Want to talk about failure. As a musician, success is defined as you have a product that sells. You're a success because you were on the top 10 charts and blah, 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 blah. So, for some of us, it presents a challenge. I mean, there are people among us who are born talented. Someone like me, no talent, and then I have an accident which deprives me of two fingers to properly fret the guitar. So it may take you years and years and years to find a voice on your instrument. But there's also this other option, and that's music what's popular, which you don't learn an instrument. You just get a microphone and a producer to make your dope beats, and then you're instantly success. You're a success. So for all of the greats, like the really unbelievably great, significant music that I know, none of it is chart topper. It's always like that underground. Like when they tour, they're not playing the Enormo Dome. They're playing not bars, but the next step up, small venues, and that's the best music. So if you're in this game, if you're making music, you have to find your path, and one of the paths that's out there is this path where it has nothing to do with success. It's success on a completely different set of terms. It's success is the final product. That song, that work of art, is worth more than gold. Even though nobody ever listened to it, nobody's going to pat you on the back. There's going to be no paycheck at the end of the thing. You're going to be tribulated. You're going to be written off. All of your family, they're all going to call you a loser. Say you're playing around with guitars. And even like in the hallowed halls, the sacred, like today I watched Roger Waters' Us and Them concert. It was an alternate, like there was the professional video that came out. This was a fan made video. And the show was incredible. I've got tears streaming down my face. Roger Waters is one of these artists that's an exception. This band was huge, and the guy, he was brilliant, and he did make just some of the best music, you know. Even going back with the brilliant Mad Sid Barrett, that pop music they made was so far advanced. So they're kind of an anomaly, but my point is since the breakup, at one point Roger was playing on his Radio Chaos tour, which the message was nuclear disarmament. It was an anti-nuclear war theme. He was playing in Midwest, I believe it was Cleveland or Cincinnati, somewhere in the Midwest, and he barely had anyone attending because Pink Floyd, David Gilmour, was out. And that album didn't really seem to have a point except for maybe something about flying, about getting your pilots some kind of bourgeois, like, look at me, I'm learning how to fly. And when you bought it, if you looked, there was a column after column after column of people credited for writing. And yet, when you watch these Roger Waters videos, you always find a comment that's like, Roger Waters was just a curmudgeon. He was an angry old man who was a terrible bass player, and if it wasn't for David Gilmour. You know, if you're a David Gilmour fan and you hate Roger Waters, well, what are you doing going on the Roger Waters videos and leaving a comment? But this is what you're up. If you choose this path of artistic integrity where you don't give a fuck about anything, this is what you're up against. You're up against Cardi B, little people. This type of just get a microphone, gets a producer to make your dope beats, and you're instantly, if you're young and attractive, you're instantly going to be at the top of the charts and making billions of dollars. Whereas these other paths, and along in there, there's, I'm going to be the cover band local guitar hero, that type of thing. This is not an honorable path. Okay? It's not. I'm sorry, but it isn't. That's a cop-out. Okay? There's no bravery, no energy, no blood, sweat, and tears. None of your soul, none of your emotion is going into copying. Hello, we're playing Comfortably Numb again. It doesn't sound anything like the album, but we're gonna fucking play it. That whole thing has nothing to do with creation, or truth, or beauty, or accomplishing a goal. So, if you choose this path, it's so easy to fall into the trap of assuming that you're a failure, because everyone around you is going to say, he's a bum, he's just playing around with guitars, he needs to get a job, he's blaming everyone for his shortcomings, blah, 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 blah. But ultimately, at the end of the road, when you're on this path, there's one thing that no one can take away from you, and that's when you're accomplishing your goals. And in that, whatever you put in, the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, the years of work, sore fingertips, pain in the neck, pain in the back, you may end up defining yourself as an artist and developing a style. And that's fucking priceless. That's success. That's accomplishing your goal. So music is a weird thing. It's one of the only things I can think about and think, gee, in order to be a success, you need to fail. Because to succeed in music is to make Funky Cole Medina, or just some ear rape, if I'm in public and there's some guy playing reggaeton or rap, some kind of with the hi-hat, and some guy's about to start rapping, I'll do whatever I can to get away from that. I do not tolerate that type of art. It doesn't go in my ears, And yet, this is what the rest of the world embraces and loves, and what's good. So I see it real clearly that all of the really great artists that I really admire, that I consider being good and a success, those guys never had any mainstream success. So when you're under the weight of all that, trying to find your own way, it's very important to never compare yourself to anything else. To just keep your nose to the grindstone, keep focused on your goal, whatever that may be. Because at the end of the day, it really only matters what you think. And it's very easy to get sidetracked, and I think a lot of people get into the game of making music for different reasons. They want attention, they want female companionship, they want the drugs, they want the camaraderie, they want to be able to dress like a pirate and tell everyone around them, I'm a musician, They want to be able to go to a mall and be seen from 90 yards away, and people know either that guy just got off of a fucking Jolly Roger or he's in a band, And all of that stuff, that rock and roll, all of those trappings, tattoos, boots, black leather, big hair, all girl hair, tattoos, none of that has anything to do with success. And success in the world's terms is not defined in any of the terms with a true success, an artistic success, a musical success, finding your own voice, writing your own music. That, to me, that is success. And it's not, the reason you don't see anybody doing it is because it's hard. It's lonely. And at the same time, when I say all this stuff, there are a lot of people out there who are accomplishing these goals, and they're making some great music. There's even people who have achieved that underground level of success. So never let the weight of the world overwhelm you. Always keep in mind, for every 10 shitty band, or even more obnoxious, like successful, popular genres that I won't mention, if you look, eventually you're going to find somebody who's doing it. And I've found some unbelievable music. It's out there. But it's not at the top of the charts. It's not. So it's just very easy to let the world's definition of success define ourselves as failures, when in reality it's just perspective, you know. And me, I've kind of been programmed because of my upbringing. I've been put down so much, and I wasn't born with talent. Now again, I've met people that were born with talent, and they're really not pleasant. They're really stuck on themselves. Sometimes they'll do this trick where they'll write like they really care, and that's just because they know what's 99% of the time what's running through their mind unchecked. They know how evil they are at a core, that they have to deconstruct themselves and come up with this alternate identity of, I really do care. But those people are the worst. The people that are born that didn't have to work for any of it. So just don't let it get to you. Don't let them get to you. Look, go watch a Roger Waters video today and look on the comments. You'll find one. You won't have to go down very far to find somebody who is out for Roger Waters' blood because of David Gilmour. And the reality of it is, the world's definition of success when it comes to a musician has nothing to do with accomplishing any of those goals that I was talking about. All right, you guys. Take care of yourselves, hug your pets, and peace.